For most of my working life, roughly about 13 years, I was a professional entertainer, working on cruise ships, host, compare game shows, singing contracts, tributes, theatres up and down the UK, the West End. I was just a normal guy. Just enjoyed going out with his friends, having a drink, at cinema, bowling, all the normal stuff. The day my accident happened, I was saying goodbye to my mum, dad, sister, niece and nephew who had come to watch me in pantomime at a theatre in Shrewsbury. And we was outside their hotel, packing the car up.
I was taking some of Kiley's stuff home for him because the next day the panto would finish. That day was the last performance, he was finishing. So I was going to take some stuff home for him so he wouldn't have to take it on the train. There was a huge bang and I ended up sort of face down on the floor, looking up at my sister who had blood all down one side of her face. My dad was a bit behind on the floor. He looked like, I thought he was having a heart attack. He looked grey. So when I looked over, I heard my son screaming, saying, "Pray for Uncle Kiley, Mummy, that's where he looked, he's Uncle Kiley." My son was just hysterical. When I first woke up, it was shock really, because I didn't know anything what had happened in detail with the whole accident. So I was a bit confused of what had happened. When Kiley woke up, he had a tracheotomy, so he couldn't speak. And he kept miming to us, "I can't feel my legs." And I said, I know, but we hadn't told him, the surgeons hadn't told him anything at all. He'd literally just woken up, he wasn't really coherent. The injury, the main injury was that I had a severed spine through T7, thoracic 7, which is about waist height. So everything from the waist down, I can't feel due to the nerves being completely damaged, and you can't fix nerves, obviously.
I met Kiley first time in the summer of 2010 when he was still in Stoke Mandeville Hospital. And he was in the very early stages still of rehabilitation. Stoke Mandeville is a wonderful place and they were rehabilitating him very well.
If I wanted to know something, I could phone him up and he'll tell me. And if I forgot something, 2 minutes later I could phone him back. "I've just forgot this." That's fine. Nothing was a problem with Minster Law at all, which took a lot of the stress off me, a hell of a lot of stress.
We ensure that our clients get absolutely the best level of care that they can by having very low caseloads. Each lead solicitor deals with perhaps 10 cases at any one time, which allows us to ensure that we know those cases inside out in huge amounts of detail, and we know our clients personally very well.
He had so much experience, as I say, in people with these injuries, that everything was taken care of. I could pick him up, and at the end, towards, well, maybe a few months in, it was like talking to an old friend. You still have bills to pay, even though you're laid up in a hospital bed, the bills still need to come out. So that's when Minster Law really, for me, helped me a great deal, especially with interim payments to cover the cost of bills. And if that interim payment was going down rapidly like it did, he'd try and organise another one for you.
From my perspective, you don't need any encouragement to be enthusiastic about doing a good job for these people. It is so fundamentally apparent that they're in need of your help and your support and advice, and it's so fundamentally apparent they need you to get the right result for them, because they have huge expenditure that they will need to be able to cover in the future in relation to accommodation, in relation to care. If you don't get up in the morning feeling enthusiastic about doing that sort of job, it's certainly in my field, you're never going to, I don't think.
Every case is different, I understand that. But when he told me that they've actually, we've got the settlement, this is what the insurers are going to pay, you should have it by this time, I was relieved, I think more so. But to know that it's coming to an end, you could finally, not put it to rest. That's one chapter finished.
There was a tremendous amount of satisfaction in seeing Kiley's case come to an end. It had become increasingly clear that the claim itself was a burden on him and that it needed to resolve, but it needed to resolve in the right way and with the right outcome for him. Huge relief, I think it was, due to Minster Law doing that. Yeah, it was quite nice actually.